Welcome back to Clubhouse Chronicles, the place where the central Illinois music scene gets loud, proud, and unfiltered. I'm Twitt, your host with the most, bringing you the stories, the sounds, and the struggles behind the bands that are making waves right here in your backyard. Clubhouse Chronicles is the official podcast of Broken Record Music Club, your favorite independent record label, bringing you music for whatever you are going through. With that, let's buckle on up because this isn't just a podcast. It's a front row ticket to the heart of your indie music scene. Today, I am very geeked out about this interview. Second interview of 2026, and we've had two for two on bangers. We're sitting down with a band out of Champaign-Urbana. They are newer on the scene. They've been out and about performing for a while, but they just came off of a hot new release, their debut EP, Learning to Be. I am sitting here with lead singer and guitarist Ocean Thoreau and lead guitarist Sean Wilkinson of Sorry Forever. Welcome to the Clubhouse, guys. How are you?
Doing good. We didn't plan the synchronized doing good, but we're doing good.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah,
absolutely. Like I told you before we started recording, very excited just to kind of dive in. It's a short little EP, but it's it was so nice to just listen to. So I'm excited
Thank you.
Dive into the Sorry Forever lore and hear all about the project. So if you guys are ready to go, we'll just dive in.
Let's do it. Let's dive in.
Yeah.
Awesome. Why don't we start at the very beginning? How did both of you get your start in music?
So my parents were in a band called Roadside Prophets. Also in Illinois, they were going to school at Eastern Illinois University. So my parents are very musical. My brother always played guitar. I was jealous that he played guitar and I couldn't. So this project let me get into that. But I mean, I've been singing probably longer than I've been talking, if I'm being honest. But yeah, I had a very supportive family. Kind of got my start right away. Always had music around me and in the house and everything.
Yeah, and I think like Ocean said, music was kind of always around, I guess. My parents would blast like 70s music all the time, which I hated when I was a kid. And now I, of course, love it. But I think I got my official start playing music in fourth grade, playing cello. And I played that up through sophomore year of high school, then played upright bass for the rest of high school. And then I guess in middle school, started playing guitar, which is like longer than I even like remember on it. Like, it's just, I'm like, wow, I've been playing that long. But yeah. And so I think, I don't remember how I got into like, probably from my brother getting into like alternative music in a sense, because he got into hardcore music, and so he played hardcore and sang in a bunch of hardcore bands in his high school year essentially, and still does, and so he introduced me to a lot of bands, and I think that like introduced me to shows around town, and from there I kind of just fell in love with music in general, and yeah, it's cool to be like actually in the music scene now. So.
Now, are you both from Central Illinois, or did you guys like migrate from different places?
I was born in Springfield, but I'm from Champaign-Urbana, and I've lived here basically my whole life. So.
Yeah, I was born in Urbana, but I grew up in Rantoul, so not too far away. And the past couple of years, I did live actually in the American Football House. So I kind of got to be like right in the middle of all the, indie lore around here. But yeah.
That's so cool. What a cool tidbit.
Yeah. I mean, that's where I started writing music for the band, like intentionally writing for the project was in that house. So it was a big inspo.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, also that house is kind of in the center of a bunch of different house venues. So you're in the center of everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Sorry Forever is a 4-piece band. If we're correct. I
Yeah.
just always want to make sure because
Yeah.
So you guys are a 4-piece. What drew everyone into this project together and made you guys start working on music together?
I'll let Ocean start that one because that's kind of how. Yeah, I'll let you explain.
Yeah.
about that.
So Sin and I had been in a band called Feed the Monarch. It was a punk band, and half of the band wound up moving away onto other things, left the state. Someone's in Chicago now, so I wasn't ready to be done playing music, especially like with that intro to all the house venues. Our first show was at Birdhouse, which is no longer there, but was such a cool venue. RIP Longbirds, they're still
Yeah.
around, kind of.
Man, I remember when that place it used to be called Blitz and Shits, I think, or something like that.
I think
Something
so.
along those lines. Sam gave
Yeah.
me an iffy gesture. Yeah, man, I forgot about that place.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
No, you're good. So Sin and I had been playing together for maybe like a year and a half max. And I was like, hey, I want to try and preserve my voice a little bit. Let's switch up the genre if you want to keep playing music together. And thankfully she was down to do that. So we went from like this punk cover band. We had a couple of originals into more of like an indie space. I'm a big fan of Big Thief, so is Sean. So that was a big draw, was to have a band that where everyone's contributing to the music. So we just posted on Sin and I posted on the Instagram, like, we're looking for a new guitarist. And I think we had Sean like kind of audition, and then we were like, oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah, they put something on their Instagram, and I had already been following their old band, which I think I followed them like probably right when they broke up. So good timing, I guess. So, but yeah, they put out an ad essentially, and so yeah, I came to Sin's apartment, auditioned, and yeah, it went really well. We had a different bass player at the time, so Sin was still on drums at that point. And so we had another bass player come in, and that I think they ended up going on doing like something else eventually, like played a few shows with us, and I think we just like parted ways. I don't remember why exactly.
Yeah, just the schooling and stuff. They were in classes and some other projects and stuff. So it was a little cramped.
And so once our bass player left, Sin was like, I think I kind of want to play bass. And so she essentially like, I don't know if she had a bass already. She learned bass for this band basically. And I don't even know how long she's been playing now, but and so we found a new drummer, Jay. That was start of 2024 maybe.
Yeah, right at the beginning, Sin kind of scoped him out from playing in some other projects, and yeah,
Sin was like, I know a guy, and basically we brought him in for one practice, and he like, it was kind of like an instant click, like it just worked.
We've been very lucky with kind of, oh, let's try this person, and it being like, oh yeah, that's the person we're gonna use.
So yeah, does that kind of answer the question?
Absolutely. Almost like destiny. All these pieces come into your orbit, and they end up staying, which is awesome.
Yeah, very fortunate, very lucky to not have to keep, auditioning people too.
Yeah.
It's always kind of stressful going into it.
That's always great. And having a good balance between school and band goals is important.
God, it's hard. It's like the one thing I've learned from being in a band is like how hard it is to schedule stuff and just how much time commitment it is. Like, so I'm not in school, like I work, I guess, but still just, I can't imagine like having to have homework and essays and stuff to write on top of like trying to schedule band practices. Props to anyone who can do it.
Yeah, I mean, Jay was still in school for the last year, but he finally graduated. So thankfully, we're all kind of on the other side of it, which is good.
Yeah.
That is great. So I want to ask what the story is behind Sorry Forever, because my opinion, top tier band name. I really enjoy it. I think it's so funny. And then the way you abbreviate it on your socials, the for FR, VR, and taking the O out of the sorry, I think it's so hysterical. But is there a story behind it, or is it just something that came up?
Yeah, so anyone who has ran into me at like work, stuff like that, I am very apologetic in my day-to-day life. It's something I have tried to kind of curb, but it's honestly just kind of a part of me where I apologize a lot. And I thought it would be kind of a funny band name. We were trying to figure out a band name because previously it had just been our initials, which was a really stupid idea. It didn't really work out too well. It was super strange. But yeah, I thought Sorry Forever would be kind of like tongue in cheek. I knew my parents would kind of recognize as something that I say. Yeah, and everyone else wound up liking it.
Yeah, I think we're all a little anxiety ridden, and so
Yeah.
it felt like a kind of thing, I guess. But
Yeah, I think it just stuck. We had a couple of different band names, again, like initials that weren't super, it was kind of awkward. And then once we got Sorry Forever, we had like a whole long list of stuff. And that was the one we all kind of were like, yeah, I think that describes kind of everything about us.
yeah. Yeah.
I feel like it kind of fits the vibe of the music as well. It's because it's emotional. You tap into so many different feelings and experiences that sorry, you hear the song and you're like, who's it by? Sorry Forever. Clicks.
Yeah, it
It
checks.
works.
Yeah.
Yeah, it checks.
That works.
Yeah, no, it felt like it natural again, like it just clicked or something. So
Yeah,
felt very
authentic
natural.
to
Yeah.
us as people. Yeah.
So prior to your EP release, the band was playing a bunch of shows. So you all did some covers of like Tourist Hate Club's 305, some other cool covers on your YouTube page. What was it first like playing with one another, and at what point did you all finally feel comfortable on stage? Like it was truly Sorry Forever. You guys clicked.
You want to take that one? If not, I know when I felt comfortable.
Okay, go for it.
So our first show was in Bloomington at Meltdown Creative, and we had one practice with all of us before that performance. It was the first time I had played guitar in front of people, so I was very nervous. We had only had one practice with Jay, so we were kind of like, like we'll see how it goes. We're in a different city as well, so kind of, feeling a little more anxious about that. And then we started playing the first song, and I was like, oh, this is good. This is comfortable. Everybody was super supportive in the room. We played like I think we covered Night Shift and Dylan Thomas by Night Shift by Lucy Dacus and Dylan Thomas by Better Oblivion Community Center. And I was like, oh, this is really fun. Like I was having a good time because I tend to have a lot of anxiety before going on stage, and especially playing an instrument, like on top of singing, I was like freaking out. And yeah, I mean, Jay was right in the pocket. The rhythm section was good. Sean was killing it on lead. And I was like, oh yeah, this is what band is supposed to be like,
Yeah.
It's supposed to be fun, comforting.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know about like, I'm trying to think of on stage. I can't think of any moments on stage per se, but like, I think the moment I felt at least comfortable with the band was like coming in with, I had a demo of the song Feel that's on the EP. And it was like the first song I'd ever fully written. And I brought it in, I think, to Ocean and Sin at that point. And I hate sing. I'm not a good singer. I hate singing, and so I sang it for them, and I was already nervous about that. I was like, the lyrics are corny, the lyrics are cheesy, and I played it for them, and they were like, "What the fuck? That was so good! Like that rocked!" And I was like, "Oh my god!" And so I think from that just like allowed me to feel comfortable about writing and just playing with them in general, like knowing how supportive they are and how just generally awesome they are. So yeah.
He can sing well. He's just being coy. Is that the right word?
Being modest right now.
Yeah, super.
So we get to this point where it's time to put out a project or to record music, and you all came together and put together Learning to Be. Hit all platforms in December. Amazing project, and I'm gonna fangirl about this project for a little bit. Tell everyone about what the process was putting this project together. If people hadn't heard it, how would you describe Learning to Be?
Yeah. I mean, if we're talking genres, I guess we kind of already touched on it, but like Midwest emo / acoustic folk. I guess folk is kind of already acoustic.
Indie alternative.
Yeah. Kind of generally sad to some degree. But
whatever genre you think of when you think of the word sad,
yeah,
fit into that category.
Well, and in the title of the EP, I mean, the songs on the EP, in a sense, all kind of focus on just like still trying to figure our shit out, which, you know, I mean, is a lifelong process. But like, I think most of the songs, we were all just at very vital points in our life where we're trying to either go through a major like event that happened or just a generally pivotal time, like puberty or something, you know, like the crappy feelings that come along with puberty.
Yeah, I think they were the songs we've been playing the longest, we're the most comfortable with, that we kind of were like, oh, these are ready to kind of be out there. We've been playing them for about a year and a half by the time the EP released. So it's kind of like I think the time is now sort of situation.
Yeah, I mean, they were like our four most fleshed out songs, I guess. And so, yeah, it felt right to kind of record them. And yeah, I don't know. I just get them out there to everyone, and not just be songs that we're playing live and not having anyone have access to them, essentially. So,
where did you record it at? Was it local or did you guys travel?
So it was local. We recorded the drums at my mom's private practice. She's a therapist.
Oh, that's awesome.
So she has a standalone office building. So we recorded drums there because we didn't have another place. But Andrew.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So our producer, engineer, mixer, master, general mastermind,
unofficial fifth member.
Yeah. He's our George Martin. His name's Andrew Rodriguez. Great local composer, producer. And so he has a little home studio at his house in Champaign. And we pretty much recorded everything there. But he was like, the one thing we can't do here is drums because I don't have the space for it. I don't have a kit. And yeah, so we basically had to borrow, I think we used Sin's kit. And we did 2 days in December of last year. We spent a Saturday and a Sunday. We spent one day basically just setting up drums, miking everything, which was, a process. I didn't know it was going to take that long, but.
Drums are intense.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I think we maybe did one song that day, like the first day. I can't even remember.
I think we got part of Field done the first day, and then the second day, everything else.
Yeah, Jay
finished.
Was kind of a true. We spent like probably the whole day, like 8 hours there. Of Jay. I say we, but yeah, it was mostly Jay doing the hard work that day.
It was just Jay doing anything. Andrew at the time we hadn't had like a solid drum part for 13, so that was created, recorded, everything the same day.
Wow.
Which I was getting updates for because I had to leave at a certain point. But I was like, oh my gosh, like
we wrote like Andrew and Jay wrote the part, and we were good since it's Ocean song. We were just kind of texting Ocean, being like, "Hey, I hope you like this." So because we can't really go back. I mean, I guess we could re-record it, but
but it was perfect. It was exactly kind of what I envisioned without having a real direction, because I'm not a drummer. I can't really drum. I have attempted and failed. So.
But yeah, so we did the drums there. Everything else we did at Andrew's house over the span of the next few months, basically. Yeah. I'm trying to think, like,
I mean, vocals took the longest. Like getting sick. Like the summer was kind of when we had started, so it was making sure my voice sounded healthy. So that was kind of the longest process. And then also he has a great ear for harmonies that I wasn't prepared for, that I hadn't thought of at all. And I was like, oh yeah, we probably should be adding something other than just this lead melodic part. So he helped come up with all the different harmonies and stuff, which was awesome. I now will sing parts of the harmony part live because I love them so much.
Yeah, and I think that's the beauty of working with someone who's also a composer, to give the musical input and just provide recommendations. Because there's like again, the song Feel that I wrote initially just on an acoustic guitar, and so I had kind of a lead part built into a rhythm part at the same time for that song, and so I wasn't sure recording the song how we were going to kind of separate this one guitar part into two pieces. And so Andrew was really great about like, all right, you're just going to play rhythm for this one track, and then he essentially helped me write a lead part for that song. I think he contributed lead parts for most of the other songs as well. So he really helped shape a lot of the sound of the EP. Highly recommend.
He is awesome.
Yeah.
Give him more work.
Shout out to Andrew for I mean, beautiful. Project's beautiful. I want to take a second and kind of talk about that approach you all take. I feel like the writing style of Sorry Forever is different, because I feel like in most bands it's one person that takes on the songwriting responsibilities, and I've heard and you've discussed that multiple people in the band are taking cracks at writing songs, and you guys are taking all these different pieces and putting them on a project. What is that process like for creating a new song, given that it can come from any one of the members in the group?
Well, I will say for me, I don't know if you can hear the sirens in the background, if I should pause.
No, you can't.
Okay, cool.
Okay, good.
Well, I'll say for me, like, going back to how I said I don't like to sing, and I don't think I can. The songs I've written, I'm not gonna do much with them really, like, because I'm not like the lyrics I write, I'm not gonna sing them. So having a band to kind of be like, you take this over. It's been a nice outlet for me, I guess, to be like, hey, I wrote this, like, I can't do this thing justice, so like, let me show it to you, see what you guys can do. But go for it.
I think it honestly helped me get more confident in writing, because like I know if something sounded weird, like worded or in the melody or something, that you guys would be able to help kind of correct it, because where everyone's invested in how it sounds. So it's not just like I come and I'm like, here's this whole song, here's what I want you to do. I feel like that would take a lot away from like the joy I find in being in a band, because I like seeing like Sin's bass part in Kind is super fun. I wouldn't have ever thought of like a little fun line going into the second part of the song, and she comes and is like, hey, what do you think about this? I'm like, perfect. I love that. It adds something more texture, and everybody's kind of keeping an ear out for stuff like that. And it's just nice to not have it be, I didn't want to be in a band that was like the Ocean show. Like I wanted to be in a band with equal partnerships with everybody in the band, everybody contributing. And I think that's where I draw a lot of inspiration from, like Big Thief, because Buck also writes a lot of the lyrics, and they all kind of seemingly equally contribute to music, which I find very inspiring. And
and it helps, I mean, too, that we obviously all have similar tastes in music, because like if I was coming in like, hey, I think we should really do some industrial metal stuff, like that would maybe not fit. It might be like, we might need
hard transition there.
Yeah, so that obviously helps, but yeah, and I think sometimes we'll just come in with, like, Ocean will have lyrics and I'll have a guitar part that we've written separately, and so we'll just like sometimes just smash some things together and see if they work, and sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, but yeah. So that answer the question? I go off on tangents, so I'm like, okay.
I'm here for all of it. I just love all the extra tidbits behind the scenes,
Yeah,
I never know how to go, like, how in depth to go on stuff. So.
Yeah, and like with songwriting, I feel like it can be so personal, but also it's kind of nice. Like, there's an unreleased song of ours that I was like, I really like it. We're gonna have to table it for a bit because it's too much for me and to like perform live. And that was kind of how it was with 13 initially, where I was like, I don't know if I can sing this in front of people. And then I know Sin, she was very instrumental in being like, no, you should sing it in front of people. Like, it deserves to be heard. And yeah, that's also a really nice part of it, where I always feel like a kid, like at their first talent show, like showing off what I have for the class already. But everybody makes it enjoyable. No one's like, even if it is something we don't wind up keeping, no one's like, oh, that's the worst thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of support, which is...
We'll do that for our own songs, but we won't.
Exactly. We'll be like, yeah, we were just practicing a Sean original that we've been playing live. And he was like, we should just trash it. Like, no, we're going to flesh it out more, and it's going to be great because all of us love it.
Yeah. It's been a process of like letting go of that, like, I mean, especially because like the 2 songs on the EP are the like first 2 songs I've ever written, and so coming again, like when I presented them to the band, I was like, these are hot garbage, and so for them to be like, no, these are actually something, is like very validating, and yeah, an exercise in like letting go of perfection, because I'm like absolutely a perfectionist. Like, things need to be done, I need to have everything written, the lyrics need to be done.
Yeah.
I think I was changing lyrics to some of the songs on the EP like up until the day of recording. Yeah. and there's still things I listen to on the EP that I'm like, I wish I could go back and change that, but it is what it is. It's an exercise in letting go and like recognizing that like what's done is done, so
yeah. And like, the nice thing about being musicians is that I feel like the songs never stop growing. I mean, I sing everything a little bit different live than I do on the EP, which I think is fun and engaging for people who love exactly how it is, and then people who are like, I want to hear a live artist. And I think it's really special to be able to have both of those things going on, where we did get something out that we're very proud of, but we also kind of take the artistic liberty of having it ever growing and changing with us, and letting it be what it is in that moment, instead of like, it's cookie cutter, it's exactly the same. I like playing with my band who are all real people and real musicians and not a background track. So I always think it's fun when we add little things in. when we're performing live as well.
Yeah, I mean that's the beauty of live music. It's just like, and like if we make errors, it's like,
Oh well.
whatever. Yeah. So, yeah.
They don't know their errors, right? Like
Exactly.
They do when we
It's
make it
part of
when I
it.
make a thank face. Yeah.
Ocean, you were talking about the song 13, and I'm really glad you put it out because it's my favorite on the project. And
Thank you so much.
the tail end of the track, is anyone there? Like that call and response kind of, does anyone care?
Mhm.
I don't know. Like right now things are pretty good, but like damn, like I remember being in that headspace, and I'm just to have a reminder even of like feeling like that, like it's really powerful what you accomplished with the track. So yeah, me fangirling real quick, sorry.
That is super nice to hear because that was the one I have had the most anxiety about performing. Like even we played Derail Fest not too long ago, and I was nervous playing it there as well. It kind of doesn't stop. But yeah, I'm glad. That's a big reason why I wanted to release it. Was I feel kind of like it's a good cathartic song. A lot of release and trying to have other people understand the anxiety and fear of anything that's happened,
It's also it's the one I get stuck in my head the most, honestly. Yeah.
That's so nice of you. Yeah, I mean, I wrote it about an event that happened when I was 13, which is why it's called 13. Very creative. But yeah, I wrote it, and it's kind of like an ode and like a comfort to myself to be like, it's okay to go back to that headspace because something life-changing happened, and sometimes when something is overwhelming, I go back to that headspace, and that's okay at the end of the day. It was a big learning process for me of letting myself feel okay, and like the insecurities of growing up and being like, why am I thinking this way? And yeah, it's a hard song to write. My dad always has more to say. That's one of the lines in the song. And he was like, oh, do you think we don't talk enough? My parents are amazing. I love them. They always have more things to say. And so I had to tell him, I was like, it's just a good lyric. But yeah, I mean,
That's like my mom, like with Sugar, my mom's like, is this how you really feel about like you
right?
want to die? And I'm like, no, it's just like I'm exploring this topic or something. It's exaggeration. But
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
anyway, sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah, I mean, that was kind of all I had to say about it. It's I am not sure what to say other than like it's very flattering to hear it being praised, especially when it was a song I was so nervous about sharing with people. So that feels great. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that
For
so
sure.
much.
Do you feel, because I saw your one of your recent posts on the Sorry Forever page was some feedback in some articles and reviews that you guys have gotten. Does it make you feel more comfortable in sharing songs like that, knowing that it has that effect on listeners? Or is it still kind of an obstacle you all have to overcome as you work, as you continue to write more songs and perform?
I think I don't know. I mean, going back to like just having anxiety, it's like I think it'll probably always be a bit of a challenge, but like yeah, like I think having feedback on it and having people say they resonate, especially with the lyrics, is like I don't know if I like the term validation, but like because I don't want to sound vain or anything, but like it's like reassuring that like, oh cool, like we are able to I guess make it a difference. That sounds so corny, but like but yeah, I mean that's the beauty of it, right? Is I try to write music in terms of I write it for myself essentially, and if someone else connects with it, like that's a even better, you know. And so yeah, it helps you feel less alone, I guess, too, in the process.
It kind of helped me get out of my head, because up to like leading up to the release, I was like, oh, what if, you know, this song doesn't quite fit? Like Kind is I wrote that one as well as 13, and Kind was just way more upbeat. And I was nervous about like, oh, it's weird to write an upbeat song with what I'm saying about myself. And so all the feedback we've gotten, I haven't had anyone be like, oh, you know, you can't really write music, which thank goodness, because that would be a huge bummer to hear.
That would be horrible.
that would be a little crush to the ego. But yeah, I mean, I think I agree with you in that I think there'll always be that anxiety about letting go of something like close to you and personal, especially with the songs we put out on this EP. It's very vulnerable to talk about some of the things that we're writing about. And, you know, like with Sugar, that's about chronic illness. And I've had so many people be like, oh, I love that song because it makes me feel less alone in my illness. And it's really nice to be able to hear those things from other people about like that we're having a direct impact and helping people feel seen on their end as the listener too, which is really, I mean, it's very humbling.
Yeah.
I love music that does that. So that again, fangirling. Well, we've taken some time to go through the EP a little bit, but I want to talk about the future. What does 2026 look like for Sorry Forever, and what can we expect?
So we're booking right now some other cities too, not just Central Illinois. I know we're trying to get into Indiana, up to Chicago, kind of branching out a little bit into some other cities coming up, which is very exciting. I love going to new cities and seeing what the music scene is there, because, I mean, Champaign-Urbana is this kind of hidden gem when it comes to live music. So I love going to places where it's not necessarily like, oh, that's the music capital or something, but it's like, oh, you would never know they have this rich music
also,
scene.
Champaign is also like, I don't know if it's like talked about, but like, God, it's like a perfect location as far as like Chicago to the north, Indianapolis east, St. Louis south. I don't know what we have.
Nashville
west.
further south.
Yeah. So we got access to like so many great cities, and like we've, at least with like other, like I played guitar in another band with Liz Allen, and
Shout out Liz,
just
former guest.
Yeah. Oh yeah. former guest, formerly Taurus Hate Club. And so yeah, like going and playing other cities with her has just been like, it's so fun to like meet other people who are just so like, I've met so many just nice, great musicians playing other cities. So to be able to do that with Sorry Forever would be very exciting.
Yeah, and we are, I mean, today we were working on some new music.
Yeah.
We would really like to put out another project, hopefully an LP. We'll see kind of where the year takes us, but yeah, I don't know if you want to share your 2026.
Yeah, well, yeah, we're kind of, I was gonna say on borrowed time, but like they could find another guitarist if they need to.
No.
But like, so I might be moving to Germany in October.
Wow.
Yeah, my husband's applying for grad school, and so we're like, fingers crossed that he gets in.
It would be very.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So that would be amazing, obviously, but yeah, it'd be a bummer to have to quit the band.
You'll always have a spot. We'll fire if we get a replacement. We'll fire them when you come.
Okay,
back.
Cool. But I also too, I think like having, to some degree, having a deadline like helps you to kind of like push yourself. And yeah, I mean, like,
Kind of lock in.
yeah, essentially, yeah. So hopefully that kind of helps us to like, yeah, putting out an album would be the ideal scenario. So
Yeah, we've got a couple that we're working on right now. I've got a couple I haven't even shown them yet, so we're kind of hoping to get that started with Andrew soon. So hopefully a whole LP coming out.
yeah.
That would be the main goal. And
You
yeah.
had some like early Ocean songs that we've just played like acoustic, just the two of us. I think we could work into full band songs. And so we have a lot of like almost done songs, I feel like.
A lot.
Yeah. So I feel like we can flush those out. Flush them.
What? Is it flush them out?
I think it's flush them
Flush
out.
them out?
I think it's flushed them out.
Oh, is
Okay.
it? Okay, period. You know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you get, yeah, okay.
Well, that's exciting. I'm just what I wanted to hear is more more music coming out. But I feel like we've talked a lot about the EP, the start of Sorry Forever. The last two questions that I typically ask in an interview are stuff about the scene, and obviously this is no different. So I'm gonna pose those questions to you guys. The first one is, what's your favorite part about the Central Illinois music scene?
Just how, again, like just how kind everyone is. Like, for the most part, you're gonna find some little stinkers every now and then, but everyone has been like I've made all of my close friends through the music scene, and just how supportive everyone is so reassuring and amazing. And yeah, I mean, I don't even know what else to say about that. Yeah, everyone's just so nice.
Yeah, it's always fun. Like when I started out, I think I was like 18 or 19 in the scene here, and I was very nervous. I was like, I'm from a smaller town. I don't know a lot of people here. And everyone from the get-go has been so supportive. There's always new people coming into the scene too. It's really fun to see like younger kids starting to get into music. I'm always so impressed. Like Squirrel Movement.
Yeah.
We played Exile with them, and I was like, are we sure they're high schoolers? Like they were so
They
great
rocked.
together. They were awesome. So being able to see kind of like, I don't want to say like new generation. We're not that old. But kind of, yeah, like seeing kids like keep on the tradition of like house shows. There's a lot of house shows and venues that take like safety super seriously, which is really comforting for me as someone with a lot of anxiety. Like Grandma's house, they have rules posted. Stuff like that is super cool. And knowing that people are looking out for each other, and the support's always great. I have always had a good interaction with people after shows, before shows, saying how excited they are. And a lot of bigger artists will come through here, and that's always super exciting to see them. Even if it's at like Canopy or something, that's still super cool. Like when Mannequin Pussy came in, that was so awesome when they played
That was
Canopy.
crazy.
Insane. So
Yeah, we've got a really good mix of like amazing local talent, and just we're a big enough city to where we get cool like big acts coming through as well. So it's pretty fun.
Yeah, and I'm always just excited to see more people playing music live. It's always super exciting.
Okay, are you guys ready for the toughest question?
Oh God.
Okay.
Super controversial.
Oh,
Who are some of your favorite current artists and bands in the Central Illinois scene? You can name multiple. A lot of people can't name just one.
for me, we played with First Date Kiss at IMC recently.
Oh yeah.
I was blown away. The vocalist was insane. Their stage presence.
Yeah, crazy energy.
They were so good. I was so blown away by them. Super amazing. And Cam Cameron is awesome. Also of Emily the band. I recently heard that they liked the music I had written, and I was kind of fangirling over that myself because they're so poetic and amazing with their lyricism is off the chart. So that was also really kind of comforting for me to hear from someone I look up to lyrically that they like what we've put out too. So those are kind of my big two right now. I'm on a big Cam Cameron kick, big First State Kiss as well.
Well, there's one band I gotta call singer-songwriter in particular, Liz Allen.
Not biased.
No, not at all. And but like truly, like Liz's songwriting is amazing, and I think she's incredibly talented. And a great friend, obviously.
We love Allie.
Yeah, we love Allie. Yeah, we mentioned Squirrel Movement, just like seeing younger people playing kick-ass music is awesome.
Oh my gosh, I almost forgot Gay Meat. Love Carl.
Not local.
Not local much longer, but has been.
Yeah.
We were literally neighbors. Love Gay Meat.
Yeah. Carl's awesome. Yeah. That's kind of who I'm thinking of right now. I'm sure, I mean, again, there's so many I could name, but like, it's like name your favorite song. It's like, there's
a
the hardest thing to do. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that was my last question for Sorry Forever. Thank you guys so much for doing this. I really enjoyed this conversation and talking about your art and the wonderful music you guys put out in December. I'm really super excited to hear the new stuff that's potentially around the corner. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank
for
you.
having us.
Yeah. Thanks for the kind words. Thanks for for everything, for having us. Nice to meet you too, officially.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Be sure to keep up with our friends in Sorry Forever across all socials at SRRYFRVR, Sorry Forever with no vowels. And that is on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. You can find them there at that profile name. Links to their music will be in the show notes. Links to their socials will be in the show notes. So you can go down there and hit those buttons and make their numbers go up. Definitely check out Learning to Be, their debut EP. It's phenomenal. You guys won't be disappointed. Go check it out. So it's a quick listen. It's four tracks, but you won't be disappointed. Just like that.
Thank you.
Oh yeah. But just like that, that's our show. You've been hanging out with Clubhouse Chronicles, where the sounds are hot, the stories are hotter, and the vibes absolutely off the charts. Don't forget, hit us up on our Instagram page at Club Chron Pod for all the updates, news, and more on this podcast. For all things Broken Record Music Club related, we're over at Broken Record Music Club across all socials for you to check out our artists, the other cool things we're up to. It's the start of a new year. When this interview comes out, what will be happening? Jenny Scara first single drop teaser released, so be on the lookout for that. It's cool visuals coming with that. Shout out to Austin Corley, our guy behind the camera. But yeah, we got some big things coming up this year, Motus project, so be sure to follow us. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you. We appreciate every one of you guys. There's a small family there, and we're very happy to have you guys checking in on us, checking in on the artists that we feature here. If you could do me a huge favor though, hit the subscribe button, because it'll push these interviews out to more people and get bands like Sorry Forever in front of a bigger audience, and that's what we want. We want all these artists to be successful. So if you can do that, take the 2 seconds, hit that subscribe button. But until next time, keep it loud, keep it proud, and remember, Central Illinois is where the music magic happens. Peace.